Heretics have faltered a little bit. They've slipped from that sort of dominant force that they were within the stage 2 of EMEA. Either way, fully expecting an exciting series. But I think the first 2 matches we've seen from these teams are fairly telling at where they are right now.
Setting expectations for GENG. Lotus, they absolutely dominated Heretics there in the grand final with Shanghai. Somewhere that they're going to feel comfortable going to. And as Sideshow said, this is just the Breeze comp brought through. So although it's a different map, comfort level on that comp should be the same. Karin sitting around mid, very late in the game. There's going to be a lot of pressure on t3xture to at least drop his one. Spams are good, and Heretics find the kill. Now that laneway, all that stands between the defuse and the round victory. Munchkin, though, manages to drop Woot, and they've already destroyed the wingman.
Yeah, post-plant lineups already coming in, making it incredibly difficult for anybody to get near that spike. We see Heretics do this exact same sort of post, just sitting back, holding, sending utility on towards that spike, and then just pre-firing this angle. Even still, though, they have managed to get into half, but they need a little bit more, and that time is ticking too far gone. The post-plant, again, on the B site works out.
Has already been taken back.
30 seconds left.
I like the trap we're seeing here up top, trying to cancel out any updraft dashes. But it's just a conventional push from GENG, and they know exactly where Benji is. Nice and clean.
Nobody else really on spot. And some aim practice early on for t3xture. It's going to be another 4K. Add another to the collection. It's been spoken about quite, but we know he's incredible at it.
We see the orbs all farmed up on Meteor. How important it is for him to have his ult for entering in. Trap, it's caught t3xture. Will he make it back? Just about. He's safe for now. Boo, not so much though. Dropped after just the one. The spike dropped. They know it's on its way to B, and there's reinforcements coming through. miniBoo's there to back them up, but they can't quite stop that plan.
They're going to know exactly where Meteor is. Nowhere else really been to stand. Karen's position has already been spotted, and a lot of low players now for the side of GENG. Bonus not exactly going to plan, and well, it seems like it's only going to get a little bit worse as we will see t3xture fall off the edge of the map. And well, we definitely need the replay from Benji. He even did a little dance, a little emote at the end.
Yeah, early on, you're seeing the falling deaths. I don't know if that's off the initial trap. Maybe it pulled him back in. I think he put an updraft into play, and sometimes it can act a little bit like a slingshot.
Well, I think he dashed backwards.
He did at first, and then I line. And for Heretics, a little bit of a moneymaker in the last. There goes the ult, immediate TP, so he's nice and close, ready to take this. Already spotting the first. There's a lot of info now. They know there's 3 players here. The decoy is going to be used, sending them back alongside the recon. This is site control and a plant for GENG.
Yeah, this is all they want. Gets them into that post plant again. At least it will do. Slightly moved the plant, but it's still going to be a difficult place to fight from, especially with Meteor up close. That's going to get cleared out by the drone. That's something at least, and actually, he gets dropped. Trying to maneuver himself back out of position. Utility being thrown in for Heretics, but they've still got 4 to find.
Okay, t3xture already spotted, but he's going home! 3 already! Karin takes away the ace possibility, and again, he'll be denied.
He can save the op. Maybe he can win them the round with it. And even if not, he has the Bladestorm for the next round. The bigger problem, though, is that Boo's going to be under serious pressure, and he has nothing to play with. He expects the TP and actually wins that initial fight. Done incredibly well to read the gap of where his opponent's going to be, and now pushing into this. Actually has risks about it. It gives 1v1s at close range. A singular headshot is enough, and Boo's given them a real chance in this round.
He gets the smoke up too. They win the fight through the wall. Munchkin and Lakia, the last 2 alive, and a late flank from Munchkin might just pay dividends. The reveal goes up, and he's already spotted one, but miniBoo, Spidey senses were tingling. You can feel those eyes.
And I don't know if they're going to be stopping anytime soon. Speaking of that, just look at miniBoo, straight sprinting in towards the B side. Seems like both teams have a similar idea, but already it's going to be the, well, almost flood back in immediately. They don't even look like a retake. They're so fast to get back into the site.
Munchkin swinging, but nobody can get ahead of Meteor. He's hunted down
another one.
A 4K, which seems to be GENG's deleting miniBoo on the right angle, and now the split here from Benji. 2 players through main, fighting Meteor, and still not able to drop him before he draws blood. Benji's the last man standing, 1 against 3. Spike dropped in the open, and at this point, they know where he is from the door breaking.
He needs to isolate one. He'll get the first chance and actually manages to win that. Uncharacteristic from t3xture. And now has the information of where both of these players are. Karen just waiting. Watching towards the spawn, but the time now gives the game away. It's not clean, but still Benji's getting the job done. Another kill under his belt. 25 seconds to play with, so doesn't need to go for the plant just yet. And you can see Munchkin slowly making his move. The cam is actually going to give it away. He now knows exactly where his opponent is. May be able to try and retrieve that spike, but is almost trying to bait in his opponent for the fight. Try and get him to peek this one, sticking it all the way, but that snake bite is going to slow him a little bit more. Munchkin, a safe pair of hands. It got sketchy, it got dangerous. Utility being thrown in. Potential that the rest of the players are just still going to try this dive in towards the B side. Hasn't been successful so far. Great flash, but even still the dart is better. t3xture this time there with the opener. Karen does go down though. Again, we see these lurks from Boo, and this time it's successful.
They'd already planned on going back towards Boo. You know, he felt that he had the space. He heard the steps as they backed off the Astra Star on B, and he took it. But winning that fight was essential. Otherwise, this whole squad would be left in no man's land. Instead, they can capitalize on the space. Ult by Meteor to grab the info, and he sees them. Grabs back site control. They've already flooded back in through the choke point. Now they just have to fight on the sides, and the drop from Lakia, it buys enough space. The kills swinging either way, but with Boo on 20 HP, it's down to Munchkin again, but this time, it's Heretics coming out on top. Gorgeous shot from Boo. He had to hit
the plant if he could rotate into position. That's the main danger, but they don't know they're walking into it.
They have absolutely no idea. There's the snake bite, even going to cancel out the drone. 20 seconds left, barely any time. You can't take this back in the other direction. It's time to commit. Viper's pick goes in to slow them, but t3xture, another uncharacteristic whiff. And the plant around the backside. The pit's not covering it, but the Hunter's Fury stops it. Lakia grabbing one, looking to do a bit more damage as the push comes around the back, and it's beautiful! Karen's dropped him just in time, and with the spike down, the round is done! GENG have made it work!
In that regard, especially on this map, I think he has a great read on how to play that attack side. 19 and 13 right now. Munchkin again, it's the same. Initial contact, snake bite down, trying to slow them as much as humanly possible. This time, though, there is no opener. There's no success for him.
Mostly weak weapons. Guardians are on the way to help out. Guardians of the B site, see if they can hold it down. Meteor does well to find one, but that's all she wrote. Defense here by t3xture, steps into the smoke, loses his sight for a moment, but now he's got his sights set on a round victory. We're tied 2 versus 2, rifles for both, and the Guardian from t3xture has been sublime thus far. Spike in the open, but a smoke to retrieve it.
It's not dropped in the kindest of positions. Karen can play Overlord, fight from above, and it's left on Taboo again. 55 HP. A bullet will do the trick, and he knows that he needs to try and isolate, but that's why GENG are going to look to team up together, fight this one, and I thought maybe he'd get away with it, but not quite.
Get the fight there. Instead, it is the B site that's threatened, and Heretics have definitely picked the weaker spot. They found the gap in play. Ult used by Meteor. He's got his decoy still to work with. It's going to be set up soon, and here it comes. The big play. The spray is good. Mini Boo dropped immediately. Flash for backside. And the spray from Munchkin, good job, he's got that rifle, and Meteor spearheading this push. They've got the advantage locked in. That spray has done a lot of damage too. Benji's below half, sitting inside the cage just behind it. It's faded and left him with nothing. Now a 1 versus 4.
They've used the divide
to try to spray, but he can't with the Cosmic Divide. Absolutely gorgeous from GENG. They get it across the line at the last second, 13-11 on Heretics map pick.